Now, your eyewitness weather forecast.
And 6:13 is the time on your election day evening. I'm meteorologist Jordan Reed, tracking some wind and some rain for the second half of your Wednesday, and some of that could last into Thursday as well. So let's get right to it. What you need to know over the next couple of days, we will be seeing those high winds that I mentioned expected from Wednesday into Thursday across most of the region. The strong winds, will be up to 60 miles an hour in terms of gusts after 5 to 6 p.m. tomorrow afternoon in advance of that cold front. And then there could even be some strong storms possible, with damaging winds being the major threat, and can't rule out an isolated tornado. So let's talk about the wind first of all. We do have a high wind watch in effect for the Thruway Corridor, Mohawk Valley off toward the south from Wednesday afternoon through Thursday morning. Up toward the north though, where the winds are not expected to be as high, but they will still be on the strong side, there is a wind advisory in effect from Wednesday afternoon through Thursday afternoon. As far as the wind gusts are concerned, when those are expected to start between about 3 and 5 p.m. tomorrow afternoon, we'll be seeing wind gusts of 35 to 40 miles an hour over most of our area, and you'll notice the higher winds here are further to the south. That's the reason why the high wind watch is in effect there and not toward the north. But this is just a conservative estimate. There could be, again, gusts of 50 to 60, 65 miles an hour, especially in any thunderstorms that develop. So as such, the Storm Prediction Center included most of that high wind watch area in a marginal risk for severe weather tomorrow. The main threat being, again, that high wind, but a very low threat for large hail as well as some flooding. And again, can't rule out that isolated tornado and a lot of straight line wind damage as well. Over the next couple of days, we will keep the rain chances rather high right on through Sunday. And in fact, Sunday night into Monday, this could end as a little bit of snow, but we are in a drought, mind you. So we do need this rain. Unfortunately, we just don't need it over the weekend. High temperatures will be in the upper 40s to right around 50 degrees, and it'll still be breezy with winds switching from the west over to the southeast around 7 to 14 miles an hour. Bringing you back to the present time right now, downtown Utica, clear skies, 47 degrees, winds out of the west at 8 miles an hour. That's making it feel chillier, around 43. Dew point is at 31, although I think we will see a bit of a breeze overnight tonight, so temperatures will be more like the middle and upper 30s. We are seeing some cooler numbers both to the north and south, more like the low to mid 40s there, mid to upper 40s across the valley at the present time. That's only a little bit below average for this time of year. We're dealing with some lake effect rain showers, mainly across Hamilton County right now, but not as numerous, not the hail, graupel, and thunder that we were dealing with last night. There's our storm system building in off toward the west right now, a stationary front over toward St. Louis that'll make its way to our area as a cold front. So overnight tonight, we'll see increase in clouds, especially toward and after midnight. Temperatures making their way down into the 30s. We'll start off in the 30s for our Wednesday and then make our way up into the upper 40s to right around 50 degrees. And then we'll see rain building in from northwest to southeast as we go throughout the day. And you'll notice that the winds are out of the southwest tomorrow, starting off around 10 to 15 miles an hour, but then as we go through the night, they'll increase to around 20 to 30 miles an hour, and that's when we'll see those gusts setting in as well. So once we get beyond tomorrow, the winds will begin to relax a little bit, but unfortunately the rain is not going anywhere anytime soon, and we've got snow in the forecast for next week. Thomas, back to you.
Thank you, Jordan.
Now, your eyewitness weather forecast.
And time is approaching 10:19 on your election night. I'm meteorologist Jordan Reed, tracking some high winds over the second half of your Wednesday, and the first part of your Thursday. So let's take a look at what you need to know. So we are expecting high winds across much of the region tomorrow afternoon through Thursday morning. How strong? They could be in excess of 60 miles an hour in terms of gusts, especially after 3, 4, 5 o'clock tomorrow afternoon, and especially in any thunder showers that develop, and some of those could be strong to severe, with again damaging winds being the main threat. Still can't rule out an isolated tornado, but that would be the exception and not the rule. Keep it tuned right here. We'll keep you advised of any of those changes. Right now, because of the winds, we do have a high wind watch for the central and southern 2/3 of our area from Wednesday afternoon through Thursday morning, and for the northern sections of our viewing area where the wind gusts won't be as strong, it is a wind advisory. So we'll have to see if this watch goes over to a warning or an advisory. So again, download download that CNY homepage app and check out our website. That's got all the latest details for you as well as my social media platforms. As far as those wind gusts, this is what we're looking at tomorrow night, 24 hours from right now. Wind gusts widespread 35 to 45 miles an hour, and that's a conservative estimate. Again, and any thunder showers that develop, they could be as high as 50, 60, maybe even 65 miles an hour in some isolated cases. That's the reason why the advisory and the watch in effect. And in much the same area as the high wind watch, we do have a marginal risk for severe weather from the Storm Prediction Center in Norman, Oklahoma. Obviously, the main threat being the high winds, but a low threat for isolated tornadoes as well as large hail. And flooding is not expected because it has been so dry as of recently. And on that note, we are expecting things to remain on the wet side right through the weekend before it ends as a little bit of snow on Sunday into Monday and possibly into Tuesday as well. The winds are calm right now. That's obviously going to be a much different story 24 hours from right now. So as such, 35 feels like 35 and dew point of 31. We may only get to struggle to get to 35 next week. We've got high pressure in control. This area of low pressure back toward the Twin Cities is the culprit for that strong wind as well as the tornado potential during the day tomorrow. So we'll see increasing clouds, rather calm winds during the overnight hours. Still can't rule out an isolated lake effect shower during the morning hours tomorrow, but during the afternoon, that's when the winds start to build in, and so same for those thunder shower chances. The best chance looks to be between 6 and 9 p.m. And then once we get through Thursday and Friday, we'll keep the rain chances going into the weekend, ending as a little bit of snow by Veterans Day on Monday and Tuesday. Thomas, back to you.
Thank you, George.
Now, your eyewitness weather forecast.
And it's just about 11:15 on your election night. I'm meteorologist Jordan Reed, tracking a wet and windy Wednesday ahead of us. And let's take a look first, though, at our Tuesday, our election day, with temperatures today 56 degrees officially in downtown Utica. That's 3 degrees above average for this time of year, and the rest of us were basically on par with that today. So we'll enjoy these above average temperatures while we've got them. And tomorrow will actually be above average temperature-wise by a couple of degrees and maybe a degree or two cooler than today. But unfortunately, it won't feel like that because of those winds. Let's talk about that. So for the northern third of our area, it's a wind advisory in effect from 1 p.m. tomorrow afternoon through Thursday afternoon. For the southern and central two-thirds of our area, it is a high wind watch for those higher gusts that could be in excess of 50 to 60, maybe 65 miles an hour. And that's from tomorrow afternoon through Thursday morning. So as far as some of the wind gusts that you can expect, this is just one model prognostication, and this may even be a bit on the conservative or modest side, but this is showing anywhere from 35 to 40 mile an hour, maybe 45 out of the northwest tomorrow night at 10 p.m. And again, there could be stronger wind gusts than that, especially the further south that you are. In much of that same area, we also do have a marginal risk for severe weather tomorrow afternoon and evening, with the best threat for that being from about 4 through about 9 p.m. and the best threat from that also being the high wind, but can't rule out an isolated tornado, large hail, and flooding not likely. Flooding especially not likely because of how dry it's been recently. On that note, we are expecting high rain chances taking us into the weekend, and that rain could end as a little bit of snow in some areas. We will also see breezy conditions and a lot of clouds into the weekend, remaining cool with temperatures around 45 to 50 degrees both days. Back to the here and now briefly. Downtown Utica right now, clear skies and calm winds means we're at 34 degrees. That dew point is not far behind at 32. So that means temperatures could drop another degree or two in many locations before we come back up during the overnight hours, and we eventually cloud up out there as well. 28 is the current reading in Norwich. That's our coolest spot, but still 41 in Hamilton at the present time. So most of us in the 30s right in between that. We've got high pressure in control to thank for that. And then back toward the west, this is the culprit, the area of low pressure near the Twin Cities right now, and that's going to head our way as a cold front tonight into tomorrow morning, and not only increase the clouds but increase those rain chances. Could even be a couple of wet snowflakes embedded in there as well. But again, the higher winds hold off until tomorrow afternoon, and so does the rain. Temperatures above average tomorrow, but unfortunately the same cannot be said for 6 of the 7 days, and there could even be some snow shower chances by Monday and Veterans Day Tuesday. Thomas, back to you.
Thank you, George.